Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it may be that you're watching this. In today's YouTube video, I think I'm going to show you a DIY oil painting panel and how I create it. So what I do is I just go to any old hardware store and I look specifically for MDF panels. Now it doesn't have to be specifically MDF. You could use something like masonite or whatever type of surface that you like to paint on. So I have the people at the hardware store cut up a bunch of sheets for me. So these are just 1 foot by 1 foot sheets. And now I'm going to show you some examples. So here is a more recent painting that I created using the same exact surface. Here is an older one. I think this was the YouTube portrait painting video before the one I just showed you. This is a much older one, and this is painted on a masonite board. So masonite is a little different. It's a little more smooth and a little more thin than the MDF board, but they work just as well. So again, now you can see it's a little more thin. Now, this is another portrait painting that I created, another YouTube portrait painting that I created using the same surface. So here's the funny thing. These surfaces are actually reversible. So on the back of this painting, there is another painting. Now I don't really know how archival that is to have one painting on the back of another painting, but some artists in the past, such as Leonardo da Vinci, also did things like that where there's one painting behind another. Here's a much older painting. I think this was a John Singer Sargent master copy that I painted on YouTube quite a while ago, again using the same type of panel. Here is another one that is in desperate need of a retouch varnish, again same panel. And here's another one. I'm sorry that I put it sideways, but anyway, here's another one that I created using the same exact type of surface. So now what I'm going to do is show you how I prepare these surfaces. So I'm going to show you how I gesso them. So what you're going to want is Liquitex Professional Acrylic Gesso, a brush to apply the gesso. This is just a regular house painter's brush. And then you're going to want to mix 1 part gesso to 1 part water. This is 50% gesso, 50% water. It doesn't have to be that exact. So just mix up the gesso and the water together and then apply your first coat of gesso. I recommend using about 2 to 4 coats of gesso and wait somewhere between 15 or 20 minutes between each coat. Now, it doesn't have to always be a small painting that you're working on. This is a much larger portrait painting that I created a couple years back. So again, it's painted on the same type of surface. The only difference is this is a 2 foot by 2 foot large painting, and this has, I think, maybe 3 to 4 layers of oil paint on it, just to show you that these surfaces can take quite a bit of layers and do just fine. So again, let me remind you, I am now uploading YouTube videos every single day. And so if you want to see more elaborate, more complex portrait painting demonstrations such as this one, that is the direction I'm heading in. I really want to bring you into the experience of what it's like to be in an artist studio every single day. So I really hope this video helps you out. I wish you the best, and I will see you tomorrow.